Hey everyone, DOS Reviews here again with an 8-month update on my Frank's Patriot boots. So quick, short, to the point. I like them. They're good boots. I don't think they're sized right. So, couple things about these boots. I bought them, the rough out lower, smooth upper. That was a temporary thing Frank's was offering. I don't think they offer it anymore. I could be wrong. Last I looked, I couldn't actually find the rough out smooth uppers on the site, but best I can tell, they're good people. They'll probably take care of you if you ask, but no guarantees. I had a couple little complaints right away. Thinking back, I think it was a bit much to complain about them, but hey, I made the video. Oh well. The dye was coming off. So pretty much it came off and then it stayed about the same. And that was getting them wet. They came off in just like damp, dewy morning grass. They got wet and it came off. Not that big of a deal. I just wish they had, I don't know, stayed pretty longer than 2 days. But at the end of the day, they are my work boots. They are not my main work boots, I'll tell you that right now. My mains are still my Builder Pros. I really like these boots. I have put some miles in them, have put some work in them. But I got the same size as my next Builder Pros, 9.5D. These guys are just a smidge too narrow. So if you can tell, my pinky toe is kind of like right there. You can see up here, you can actually see, the sole, and then as you're going down, the side of my foot sticks out over it. So they are built on the same last. They are built on the 55 last. Theoretically, they should be the same size, but these guys are narrower. If I had to put a guess on it, I would say they are narrower because the other ones are steel toes. These are just soft toes. So I think the steel toe makes them just a smidge wider. Because I had talked to Frank's about possibly getting a Commander, which I'm going to hold off on right now, but at least I know my size. They would recommend going down half a size and going up a width. So to go to Commander from this one, I'd go at 9E. If I could order these boots again, I'd go 9.5E. So my toe is, right, I don't know, right there. So the length is good. The width is just a little bit narrow. They are not as comfy as my Builder Pros. And it took me a long time to figure out why. And I think it's just because smidge too narrow. But beyond that, they're holding up good. Another complaint I had when I first got them is the sock, the little sock layer right there on the inside that covers up the heads of the nails. That holds everything together. Right about there or so, this corner kind of peeled up, and feel it all day walking around. It just bugged me. I ended up getting some shoe goo and slapped some shoe goo on, let it dry for about 2 days. Been great ever since. Hasn't peeled up. If there's a little, just a little bump, I can kind of feel it, but it's one of those things like you don't really notice your tongue in your mouth until you think about your tongue being in your mouth, and then that's all you can notice. I don't really notice it unless I remember that it was kind of bumpy right there, if that makes sense. Overall, I have put some miles on these guys. When I do bring them to work, 10 to 20,000 steps a day is normal. So let's take a look at the soles. My heel It's actually doing pretty good. So my Builder Pros were the Red X. These are just the regulars, the V100 lug soles. So I don't know, but I think they're wearing a little bit better. So I don't know for sure, but I think they're wearing a little better. Something else, if this matters to you, which I understand if it does, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. The threads, the stitching is holding up on the bottom a lot better than my Builder Pros. I think it was stitched a little bit tighter through here, so you got to wear off more of the sole before you get to the stitching. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal. The way it's stitched, everything's held together like on the inside rather than on the outside here. Plus it's glued and screwed, so the stitching, I think it just looks cooler. But that's part of wearing your boots, is they get worn in, so they're not going to look brand new forever. So one of those things you just got to deal with. But the stitching on these was really good. Same deal, not too bad. Stitching's going good. I think they've been holding up pretty good. So when I bought them, they were like $349.99. I bought the tall kilties, which if you buy the kilties, make sure you get like the 11-inch or whatever, because I got the 10-inch and it was short. So it wasn't worth it to me to buy another set of kilties just to get an extra inch, but it's an option for you. So a couple little comparisons that I can make with the Builder Pro. The leather on these guys feels a lot more supple, a lot easier to break in, and I believe that's because it comes from a different area of the hide. So Frank's has a little series of videos on their Patriot series. I believe, because if you got your whole cow, pretend there's an oval right there, the best parts are in the middle. But if you cut up here by the neck, it's the same leather, it's just slightly I think it's the same thickness, it's just softer. So is it as heavy duty as the Builder Pros? Maybe not. I can tell you these were a lot easier to break in than my Builder Pros, and I broke them in with the tall kilties at the same time. So these were not that bad to break in. The Builder Pros, straight up felt like ski boots. These guys, not too bad. You can still tell you're wearing a boot, of course, but if you've never got into Pacific Northwest boots before, this would be a good starting point, because they're only about $380 now. They're about $380, $379.99, I think. And then you can get the steel toe for like an extra $50. But if you're brand new to Pacific Northwest boots and you want to make sure you're going to like it before you go, full custom, or get you a pair of your dreams or whatever, get a pair of Patriots. Just kind of take my sizing advice into consideration if you want to. I would go up about half a size from what I normally wore in Pacific Northwest boots. So if you're new to P&W boots, here's a quick little thing. They want you to go down half a size from your normal boot size. So my normal boot size in Red Wings is 10D, so I went down 9.5D. Nick's Builder Pro, perfect. These guys, 9.5D, smidge too narrow. So I would probably go down half a size, up a size in width for the Patriots. My 2 cents, my experience. Somebody online, somebody I was talking to somewhere, said maybe they just lasted them a little bit too tight, and it's not, every single boot every time is going to be like this, but at least that's how mine were, and that's what I have to talk about. So, half a size down from regular boot size, up a size in width. Good boots, great price. When it's time to buy boots again, I might go ahead and get me another pair of Patriots. And by time to buy, I mean want to buy. At that point, I'll be able to get the 9.5Es. I'll probably get some steel toes. You don't realize how much shit you drop on your feet until you go from wearing steel toes for 10 years to soft toes. More than you think. Let's see if we can get some shots of the uppers. They're creasing nicely. The Patriots also use slightly imperfect hides. Well, I'm sorry, slightly imperfect sections of the hides. So you can kind of see like veins and other stuff that you won't see in their top of the line, you know, Commander boots. I personally like it. But technically it's a weak spot. But you know, you're getting these for $300 off, $200 off. Not too bad of a trade-off in my opinion. The biggest catch to getting the Patriots, sorry about that, the biggest caveat to getting the Patriots over, say, a pair of Commanders or Highlanders is these can be resold but not rebuilt. Something with the way everything's stitched back here. Don't ask me what exactly. All I know is the stitching is different than their you know, mainline series. These can't be rebuilt, so take that for what you will. Still, I mean, 8 months and that's all I've gotten. Granted, I have 2 pairs of boots I rotate, but you know, I still wear these quite a bit. They're holding up really good so far. You know, save a couple $100 that way. I really think the Patriot series is a great way to get into the PNW boots without spending the full $600. Yeah, overall, I like them a lot more than I liked them the first couple days, but I just wish they were just a smidge wider. All right, guys, thank y'all for watching. Have a good day. Bye.